Gordon Ramsay is well known for his brash personality and fiery temper, so it's probably not surprising that the chef has a criminal record. Fans may be surprised to learn about an embarrassing incident from his youth that inspired him to help inmates in London. Watch the video till the end to find out what happened. What according to you is the most embarrassing thing Gordon Ramsay has done? Let's know in the comments below. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. The tendency for young adults to make stupid decisions is exacerbated when they're out drinking with their friends, which is what led to Ramsay's incident. Ramsay was cautioned in 1993 for gross indecency in a public toilet. In England, caution is issued for a minor crime. The perpetrator is not convicted, but the incident is recorded in the court files for future crimes. Ramsay had apparently been out all night drinking with friends when the incident occurred in the early morning hours. The three friends were messing around in a subway station's restrooms when the station master called the cops. The guys were leaving the station when the cops arrived and were arrested. They were issued cautions and did not appear in court. Ramsay claims he has no recollection of the incident. According to his public relations specialist, one of the guys was peeing in a sink, and they were just making a lot of noise and being obnoxious. She denies that the men did anything shady or lewd, claiming that it was just friends having fun after a night of drinking. Although Ramsay's arrest occurred a long time ago, he has not forgotten about it. The culinary genius opened the Bad Boys Bakery in H&P Brixton in 2012. H&P Lambeth is a prison located in the London borough of Lambeth. Ramsay established the bakery to teach prisoners a trade that would help them find work after they were released. He hoped that learning these new skills would assist some inmates in establishing a stable life and reducing recidivism. Up to 12 students can attend classes in the bakery at the same time, with 2 peer mentors on hand to help. Upon completion of their training, the inmates received a Level 2 City and Guilds baking qualification. Most potential employers recognize the qualification, which can be a huge help in finding work after release. Inmates learn to make a variety of baked goods from scratch, such as bread, sponge cake, and even wedding cakes. Local cafes and restaurants love their famous sourdough bread. They also sell their baked goods in the prison's visitor center restaurant. Aside from teaching valuable skills, the bakery provides inmates with a sense of pride and accomplishment. It also helps to lift their spirits, as many inmates look forward to their time in the kitchen. Ramsay, in a homelessness project according to a former career criminal, changed his life. One former inmate who completed the training at Bad Boys Bakery expresses his gratitude for the opportunity provided by the program. Anthony Kelly was living a life of crime and drug use. Kelly had spent 16 years doing time in various prisons on and off. Kelly was inspired to make that difficult change after appearing on Ramsay's television show, Gordon Behind Bars, and working in the bakery. He spent a significant amount of time in a rehabilitation clinic and became sober for the first time since he was 10 years old. After that, he found himself back at Anchor House, a homeless shelter that had helped him over the years. They paid for his rehabilitation and never turned him down, even when he was at his lowest. He claims he would not have made it without Anchor House. Kelly admires Ramsay's candid and open communication with the inmates during the series filming. He claims the chef revealed details about his own difficult personal life, which included growing up with an alcoholic father and a brother who also struggled with addiction. Ramsay's show helped viewers understand how many of the inmates welcomed the opportunity to change their lives. They wanted to learn and grow, and they were grateful for the opportunity to live a better life. You've seen Gordon lose his cool on TV, so imagine how he'll react when these lawsuits are served on him. Even the wealthiest celebrities cannot avoid lawsuits. If judges do not dismiss the lawsuits, they must be addressed either through out-of-court settlements or in courtrooms. This list will give you the lowdown on Gordon's tumultuous legal history. Chef Ramsay was sued by a former employee. A woman named Sarah Stewart sued Chef Ramsay several years ago. Sarah Stewart was the former director of one of Gordon's businesses. Gordon Ramsay Interactive Limited is the name of the company. Stewart filed a lawsuit because she felt she was discriminated against because of her gender. She claimed that her dismissal from the company was unjust. If she won her lawsuit, she could receive £765,000, which is more than $1,200,000. What makes this lawsuit against Chef Ramsay so intriguing is that Sarah Stewart was the mistress of Gordon's own father-in-law, who is also his business partner. Chris Hutchison is his father-in-law. She's actually sued Gordon Ramsay twice, and we'll discuss the second suit later in this list. Gordon did eventually pay Sarah Stewart. Her case was settled out of court, indicating that Gordon's lawyers were willing to settle in order to avoid a courtroom battle. Gordon dislikes losing, so he's probably not happy when he has to settle these cases. However, he is astute enough to recognize that settling is one of the quickest and easiest way to resolve a vexing legal issue. Celebrities may be more willing to compromise because their public reputations are at stake. Gordon Ramsay is both a celebrity and a brand. He must safeguard his brand at all costs. He was sued for past due bills. Ramsay was accused of being a slacker by a New York City company called Dairyland USA during the winter of 2009. Dairyland USA sued the celebrity chef for more than $100,000. According to the company, Gordon Ramsay needed the money to cover unpaid bills. According to reports, the company filled large orders for Gordon's Manhattan restaurant, but it was never paid for what they delivered. Since Thanksgiving, the bills had been piling up. Dairyland USA sought legal counsel in order to obtain fair compensation. Donald Trump is another celebrity who has faced similar lawsuits for failing to pay vendors and suppliers. Gordon Ramsay faced numerous challenges during this period of his life. For example, Ramsay revealed the same year that advisors advised him to declare bankruptcy because some of his upscale restaurants were suffering as a result of economic downturns. Gordon is a survivor, so he always finds a way out of a jam. The restaurant business can be challenging, but Ramsay is even more so. There isn't much information available online about how this particular lawsuit played out. Dairyland USA, on the other hand, had a contract with Ramsay's restaurant. He was sued by a former business partner. Gordon used to have a business partner named Rowan Sybil, and Rowan sued Ramsay for $10 million because Sybil believed Ramsay intentionally mishandled a trademark issue involving their Los Angeles restaurant, The Fat Cow. Rowan also accused Gordon Ramsay of forming a new company with other partners and then quietly negotiating a deal with a Los Angeles landlord to open a brand new restaurant to replace The Fat Cow. The new restaurant would allegedly be called GR Roast and would be one of the restaurants featured on Gordon Ramsay's reality TV show, Hell's Kitchen. Sybil was concerned that his investment was being mismanaged, so he hired a lawyer. Ramsay did not take the allegations lightly. He retaliated by filing a countersuit against Rowan Sybil. He accused his ex-partner of mismanaging The Fat Cow. The landlord of The Fat Cow was also involved in the high-stakes legal wrangling. Sybil was later sentenced to prison for tax evasion, which is an interesting side note. He was sued for invasion of privacy. The mistress of Gordon's own father-in-law sued him twice. The second lawsuit was filed in 2012 for invasion of privacy. Sarah Stewart is the woman's name, and she'd been romantically involved with Gordon Ramsay's father-in-law for 5 years. Chris Hutchinson is the father-in-law, and he's had legal issues with his son-in-law in the past. Sarah Stewart apparently believes Ramsay hired private detectives to photograph her through her bedroom window. Ramsay was reportedly using detectives to track down his father-in-law because Ramsay believes Hutchinson was engaging in financial misconduct or running GRH, which stands for Gordon Ramsay Holdings. Sarah was 50 years old when she filed the lawsuit, and she also worked for Gordon's company. She worked as an accountant. Gordon, she said, promised to make the photos public. Ramsay hit rock bottom in 2010 when he wrote an open letter to his own mother-in-law, Greta. He admitted in the letter to hiring a detective to track down Christopher Hutchinson. Ramsay suspected Hutchinson of hacking into his personal email accounts, and soon after, Hutchinson was let go from Ramsay's company. Gordon texted her son after he wrote the open letter, according to Sarah Stewart. The text told the son to tell his mother to keep her curtains closed because it's easy to get great shots right outside her window. As you can see, celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay is a magnet for controversy and litigation. He's been involved in numerous lawsuits and may have to go back to court or settle out of court in the future. He's a fiery individual who has transformed his drive and ambition to pure gold, but he's made some enemies along the way. Whatever happens, he just keeps moving. He's not one to let life's difficulties deter him from achieving his objectives. These lawsuits, however, have harmed his reputation. They've revealed the darker side of the volatile and talented restaurant owner, chef, author, and reality TV star. The issues with his own in-laws are most likely the most serious. Tana Ramsay, Chris Hutchinson's daughter, is still his wife. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Do let us know your thoughts on this video in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then do like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content. See you in the next one.